I was born and raised from a very poor family in the Philippines. But there's a mindset shift that helped me become a millionaire at the age of 19. After that, but there's a psychological shift that 2x, 5x to 10x my income. So imagine I started my business when I was 16, I became a millionaire at the age of 19. Lost everything. At the age of 21, I was earning millions. So it's 7 digits in 3 years to 7 digits every month. And then I decided to build my own company, to expand my business. I was betrayed many times. I lost 20 million peso. I lost 15 million worth of real estate. I lost my self-worth, confidence. I lost myself. And yes, I almost gave up. But there's also a mindset shift that helped me bounce back and earn everything I lost in less than 1 year. So yes, my name is MJ Lopez, and in this video, I will share with you 5 mindset shifts that changes everything. Psychological shifts that will change your life. Number 1, I will win. A lot of us wants to win in life, but we don't even want to play the game of life. Let me explain. If this is, for example, a basketball court. So this is what we call the playing field, guys. Drawing lang natin, no? This is the playing field. Outside the playing field, we have the audience. Okay, may audience dyan, guys. Kita naman sa top view. So this is the playing field right here. And we have here the audience. So inside, we have what we call the players. And then outside the playing field, but still part of the game, we have what we call the consumers. These are the ones who pay to watch the game. And there are people outside of the game. And these are the people who don't want to play the game, who can't play the game, who don't have the guts to play the game or even watch the game, which means that all the hate is coming from the outside. All the hate are coming from this space right here. People who probably don't even know the game. People who don't even want to pay to watch the game. They just want to hate. Not because the players deserve hate, but because they hate themselves. And we don't want to be in that space. Because these people here have the most miserable lives. Now, as a player in the marketplace, there's what we call Team A, for example, and Team B. So if you want to win the game of life, you have to be a player in the game. So may mga players dyan. May mga players dyan. There are players who are talented, there are players who are gifted, but there are players who are unstoppable, who are relentless. They practice off-season, they do drills every day, they shoot every day, they mentally rehearse everything every single day, they pray for this, they work hard, all they wanna do is play the game. And those players are what we call the most valuable players. They are not just gifted. They are not just talented. They work hard. They love their craft. But you have to understand, in this marketplace right here, the consumers will support you. That means they are your customers. But other consumers will support the other team. That doesn't mean they hate you. So again, the supporters of the other team doesn't hate you. They just support the opposing side. Which means that the people who are hating cannot pay. They are not part of the game. They are not part of the marketplace. They are just there. They are there to distract you. And if you are a player inside the game, you won't ever hear these people. Kung focus ka sa paglalaro, if your focus is to win, hindi mo na mapapansin yung hate. Kasi ang gusto mo lang manalo. Hindi ka nakikinig, nagpa-practice ka lang, inaaral mo lang, ginagalingan mo lang. Will there be people who are consumers na sobra yung support sa kabilang team? At some point, they will throw hate. Yes, pero konti lang yan. And this will give you a clear understanding of what's really happening right now, especially in social media, especially in the marketplace. And in my case, I was a consumer. I was doubting myself. Again, I grew up from a very poor background, very poor family. Lola ko dating katulong, nanay ko single mom. I don't have a choice but to start my own business. So just like you, I am a consumer. I was inspired to see people who are successful when I was watching the television. I see Efren Bata Reyes, I've seen Benji Paras, I've seen the basketball players, the athletes, but I didn't know about business. So way back when I was 16, we don't have the internet yet. So we have limited opportunities. We don't know if we can start a business. We don't know how to start a business. Creating content was never a thing. But right now, we have unlimited opportunities. Lagi akong pinapagalitan pag nagpa-practice ako kasi sa Pilipinas daw walang pera ang mga atleta. When I was into music, nagbabanda ako before, I was writing songs. Wala din daw pera sa pagbabanda. Ngayon, meron na. Pag nag-create ka ng video, sumikat ka, pwede kang kumita ng malaking pera. Being an affiliate on that particular product that you are using, pwede kang kumita ng pera. So right now, we have unlimited opportunities. So let's go back to the story. I was a consumer. I was inspired. But number one, I don't know how to play the game. I want to be a player, but I don't know how. And I was doubting myself. And I was so insecure. I don't know how to communicate. I don't have the guts to start. And I started comparing myself to other people, making me feel bad about my situation, about myself. And then, an emergency came. When I was 16, na-scam kami. Ubus lahat. So I was forced to start my own business. I was forced to help my mom. It's like a whatever it takes attitude. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being insecure. Enough is enough. I'm tired of doubting myself. Enough is enough. I'm tired of having very low self-esteem. I will become a millionaire. I will win. I don't know how, I don't know when. I don't know what the I'm supposed to do. All I care and all I know is I will become a millionaire. I will win. And when you are in the game, as long as you want to win, you will definitely win. But here's the problem. Most of us are too afraid to lose. We are not playing to win. We are playing not to lose. So you cannot win the game of business if you are afraid to lose money. You cannot win the game of sales and marketing if you are not willing to be rejected. If you are not willing to fail first. Ang buhay, hindi pa kontian ng sugat. Ang laban sa buhay, manalo. Regardless kung gaano karaming beses ka nadapa, nasugatan, natalo, at nalugi. It's all about winning, not avoiding the lose, not avoiding the failure. So you cannot operate with fear. Think about it this way. If I give you 10 balls, right? If I give you a ball right now, and the goal is to shoot 10 free throws, but you only have 10 tries. Of course, you have to be perfect, right? You will overthink. You will over-strategize. And when you miss the first try, you will think, I lost already, right? Hindi na ako pwedeng manalo. Kasi nga, 10 shoot lang eh. 10 try lang din. So pag sumamblay ka ng isa, talo ka na. Tinatamad ka na ngayon mag-try ulit. Tinatamad ka na ngayon mag-shoot ulit. You will lose the momentum. But here's the reality. When you play the game of life, you have unlimited tries. You can try as much as you want. Which means that if the goal is 10 shots, you have to make at least 10 free throws. But you have unlimited tries. It's not about how much you lose. It's just about shooting the ball. Right? It doesn't matter. Kung sumablay ka ng 100 beses, 200 beses, kahit pa ulit-ulit kang sumablay, as long as makashoot ka ng 10, panalo ka. And that's the game of life. Most of the winners that you see right now were losers before. We were rejected so many times. We failed a lot of times. We lost a lot of times. Ang nakikita lang ng tao, yung panalo, hindi yung rejection mo. So the goal is to focus on winning. Because again, if you wanna win, you have to be a player in this game called life. Number 2, I will get things done. Yung mga bagay na nasimulan, kailangang tapusin. So I will share with you a powerful framework that will help you get things done. So it's capture, process, organize, action, and monitor. So let's start with capture. You have to have clarity with what you want to achieve, with what you want to get. You have to have a clear intention, a clear objective. And once you know what you want, you have to have a clear understanding of all the things that you must do to get what you want. And capture means you have to externalize it. You have to externalize what you want and externalize the goal so you don't keep it in your mind. Kasi baka makalimutan mo. Remember, if you have it in your mind, nag-overthink ka, pwedeng mawala yan. Or, if you have your goals on your mind, the things that you have to do on your mind, when you are in a bad state, when you are in a negative state, there's a huge chance na makalimutan mong lahat ng yan. So you have to externalize it by writing your goals and your plan. So for example, if the goal is to have like 100,000 followers. Ay, ba't peso yan? 100,000 followers. So the plan is simple. The plan is create daily content. Our goal here is not to over-dramatize and overthink the plan. We don't need a beautiful plan. What we need is a plan that we can execute. Something doable. Not pretty, not beautiful, but doable. Something that you can do. So this is all about clarity. Because again, you will not get things done if you are not clear with the things that you must do, with the things that you want to achieve. So again, clarity. Really important. So now, let's process. The plan. You ask yourself the question, is it important? If the answer is yes, you will mark it as a priority. So the next question now is, kaya ba siyang gawin ngayon? Kaya ba siyang tapusin ngayon? Because there are tasks and part of the plan that has prerequisites. For example, if you want to earn a lot of money in business, you have to have a business first. That's common sense. If you want to create a video, you have to have some tools necessary. You have to have a camera, a laptop, or a PC, or maybe a phone where you can edit and film the video. So there are tasks and part of the plan that has prerequisites. You have to be honest with yourself. So if it is actionable, you mark it as top priority. If it's not actionable now, but it's important, you mark it as less priority. So you will put this in what we call the parking lot. Ipapark natin yung task na yan. You will still do it, but you will not prioritize it. Because again, there are prerequisites. And there's a huge chance that the top priorities are the prerequisite of the less priority task. In my case, if we want to create videos, if we want to upload videos, the reels, the shorts, the podcasts like this are all important. Except for the reels, we have to film the podcast first before we can do the reels. Right? So the reels are also important, except the prerequisite of the reels would be the podcast. So we have to prioritize the podcast so that we can do the reels as well. So you have to have a clear understanding on the things that you must do. Now, if it's not important, normally I would say put it in the trash, right? But I say you put it in a parking lot as well. The parking lot, and you keep it there. So dalawa yung parking natin. Parking ng mga priority or important and parking ng mga hindi importanteng task. Why do you have to do that? It's because there are things here that can be important in the future, especially as you grow and learn. Next is organize. So now, you have to organize all the tasks that you have. So it's time or project. These tasks are time-bound. You have to do this today. That's what I do. That's the best practice. You have to have a deadline in everything. But there are tasks that are project-based. Meaning, for example, if we have a podcast, it's a project. We have to film the podcast. We have to edit the podcast. You cannot finish it in one day. There's a whole process in creating videos like this. There's file management, there's cutting the videos, framing the videos, and then the initial review, color grading it, putting some sound effects and sounds, and then reviewing it again, improving it, putting animations, putting text to it, and then review it again. So it's a long project But what I do is I put a timeline within the project. So for the project type, the goal is to keep the ball rolling. The goal is to make progress every day. And there are tasks that you can finish daily. A major example is sales. You can sell products today. You can create multiple videos per day. If it's a short video, you can definitely do that. If you want to create banners, you can do a lot of it in one day. And of course, there are personal tasks that you have to do. If you have goals of losing weight, you have to plan ahead in terms of your meal plan, in terms of your exercise or workout plan. But again, you have to write everything. So you have to organize it. Ano yung priority mo? Ano yung parking lot mo? Ano yung project-based? Ano yung time-based na kailangan mong tapusin ngayon? Na kailangan mong magawa ngayon? Next is action. Just take massive action. You have to engage yourself in doing the things that you must do. Because again, you have to get things done. If you're committed to get things done, comment right now. I will get things done. Okay? That would represent your commitment in doing the things that you must do. So again, just take massive action. And as you take action, you have to monitor. Monitor if you are doing the top priority task 100%. That's the very goal. Right? If you're doing the top priority 100% daily, you are already winning. That's a huge win, okay? If you can do 100% of the top priority and still do some of the tasks that are less priority, you are now over-delivering. You are now unstoppable. You are now growing and exceeding your own expectations. You are now raising your standards. And you can only do that by focusing on one task at a time. And monitoring will also give you space so you can recapture things. You can recapture stuff that maybe you need to add task, maybe you can improve the task, maybe you can improve the process. That's the purpose of monitoring, to improve the execution in how you get things done. Number 3, this is extremely powerful, guys. Things happen because of me. Things doesn't happen to me because we tend to be victims. We tend to blame other people when things go bad. We tend to blame the country, the government, the people around us, our family, our friends, our colleagues. Sometimes we even blame the economy and the marketplace. But the reality is, the things that are happening to us right now, it's a byproduct of our choices and decisions. I'm not saying blame yourself or be hard on yourself. Sometimes it works. There are people that I know that were so hard on themselves before. I was that person as well. I was so hard on myself, but yes, that's the main reason why I grew. That's the main reason why I was raising my standards. Being hard on myself helped me grow as a person. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can start there. But the point is, you don't have to be hard on yourself. What we want here is not the blaming game. What we want is the accountability game. You have to be accountable for your choices and decisions. Let me explain. This is you, right here. Everything outside of yourself is based on you. Your identity, your self-image, your choices and decisions. Which means, right here, for example, the people that you attract in your life. The people. It's because of you. Hindi yan dahil deserve mo ng disrespect, deserve mong masaktan, deserve mong mahirapan. Kaya mo na-attract yung mga taong yan. It's because of your identity, your self-image, how you look at yourself, and your choices. It's based on your decisions, the opportunities. You attract opportunities based on your skills, based on what you can do. And if you are not confident, even if you have the skills, if you are not confident, if you don't believe in yourself, you will not attract the opportunity. Or maybe there are opportunities around you, but you will not grab those opportunities because you are not confident to do it. For example, if you are in a business, you are an employee, you are given a leadership opportunity, an opportunity to handle people, maybe to train people, maybe to expand yourself. Some people will be excited, right? It's growth for them, more income for them, more value for them. But for some, they will be afraid of the opportunity. That will lead to your experiences. The The experiences are not happening to you. It's happening because of you. You have to take accountability. And of course, the results. The results that you have right now, obviously, is a byproduct of your choices and decisions. But don't get me wrong. Some of you will say, Sir MJ, how about those people that are being affected by the flood control project? Ang daming apektado, ang daming nasaktan. Some people lost their lives, their home, their families. Right? We cannot blame them. I'm not telling you to blame them. Obviously, alam natin kung sino may kasalanan. Bakit may problema tayo sa baha? Alam natin yan. And I'm not trying to say that these people deserve what happened to them. They don't deserve it. But it's our job to get out of it. Kasi lumaki din ako sa bahay na habang kumakain ka, pag naulan, yung ulam mo pwedeng magkaroon ng sabaw. Kasi butas yung bubong. Wala kaming kisame, yero yung bubong namin. Lumaki ako sa bahay na kailangan mong maglagay ng gulong sa bubong. Na kailangan naming itali yung bubong namin. So I understand. Araw-araw binabaha. I understand that. That is why I worked really hard para maialis yung pamilya ko doon. At nakaalis ako doon because I'm not blaming anyone. Kasi bakit ko sila sisisihin? Alam ko ng kasalanan nila eh. But me blaming them over and over will put me in a state where my heart is full of hate. Don't get me wrong, I don't like them. I don't like what these corrupted people are doing to the country. Again, the feeling is mutual, guys. But instead of focusing my energy on hating these people, I want to use my energy to take accountability of my life. And I want to be so rich, so wealthy, I will have the opportunity to help these people in the future. That's the goal. Can you imagine having 1,000 of you guys? We have more than 3.6 million followers across the board, guys. But let's just say only 1,000 of you took massive action. Built their own businesses. And let's just say this 1,000 businesses created opportunities. Let's just say 100 employees. That's already 100 million. What if we do that every month? That's 1.2 billion per year. What if we expand that movement? So our goal here is not to blame other people. Our goal here is to take accountability so that we can help the people who are in need. That's what we want. So the problems that we have are actually this. We call them bags, no? Sulat natin yung bags. So we talked about blame already. Instead of blame, we have to take accountability. Next is anger. Taking action from anger will result to more anger. Negative results. Guilt. One is if you did something really bad and you cannot forgive yourself around it, you will sabotage yourself. But here's the problem with guilt. Sometimes we feel so guilty on things that we didn't even do. Wala ka namang kasalanan, wala ka namang ginawang mali, nagigilty ka. For example, meron kang classmate. Alam mo nagkakating classes. Hindi mo ngayon sinumbong. Ngayon, nagigilty ka kasi alam mo na yung classmate mo gumagawa ng mali nagkakating classes. Tapos ito na. Dala-dala mo yung guilt, dala-dala mo yung blame, dala-dala mo yung anger, tapos hindi ka nagtitake na action. Pwedeng tamad ka, pwedeng hindi ka magaling, pwedeng hindi mo ginagawa yung best mo. Bottom line, there's a lot of reasons why you are not getting the results that you want. Pero, hindi mo nakikita yon. Ang nakikita mo lang yung guilt kasi feeling mo kinakarma ka kasi nga yung classmate mong nagkakating hindi mo sinumbong. It doesn't work that way. The results that you have right now is created by your choices and decisions. It's not about your classmate doing negative stuff. Kung meron siyang ginawa, siya magbabayad nun, hindi ikaw. Huwag mong akuin yung pagkakamali ng iba, ang akuin mo yung pagkakamali mo. And having guilt and shame carrying these bags will not help you create the life that you want. So here's the idea. Lahat tayo meron dala-dalang bag every day. No? Meron tayo ditong bag. So most of us, yung bag na dala-dala natin, ang laman niyan, again, blame, anger, guilt, shame, negativity, toxicity, envy, comparison, resentment, failure, revenge, regret, a lot of negative stuff. So, ang nagpapabigat sa'yo araw-araw, byproduct of your past experiences. Hindi kaya sobrang bigat ng buhay natin eh. But instead of you carrying all the weight of blame, how about you carry the weight of beliefs? That you now believe in yourself. You now carry a good attitude, an attitude of gratitude, that you are grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow. That you turn mistakes into wisdom, and you are now excited to face tomorrow. You have a better attitude now. Not blaming other people or hating other people. It's you being grateful. Having the right attitude to achieve your goals. How about you carry the weight of success? So instead of carrying the bags of blame, anger, guilt, and shame, why don't you carry the bags of beliefs, attitude, goals, and success? Yung ito yung dala-dala mo, and this is the future that we want. This will manifest into reality. This will happen. If you believe in yourself, if you have the attitude of gratitude, if you have goals, if you are clear with what you want, you will get things done. You will win. And more importantly, if you carry the weight of success, not the negative experiences from the past, but the excitement of being able to become successful one day, maybe tomorrow, this will lead to success. And this will happen because of you. Ikaw ang magkikreate nito. Ikaw ang gagawa nito. Remember that you create the life that you want. Number 4, I am the most important person in my life. You have to understand na ikaw ang pinakamahalagang tao sa buhay mo. Of course, we have people around us, right? We have our families, we have our friends, we have our colleagues, we have our team. Pero tandaan mo na hindi ka makakatulong sa iba kung hindi mo kayang tulungan yung sarili mo. Hindi ka makakapagbigay sa iba kung wala kang maibigay sa sarili mo. You cannot love other people if you don't love yourself. People will not respect you if you don't respect yourself. You cannot also express respect to other people if you don't respect yourself. You cannot help other people grow if you are not growing. You can only give what you have. You can only share what you know. So this happened in my life. This is the main reason why I lost a lot of hair. I lost myself. I lost my self-worth. It's because I was too focused on other people. Kasi nga, I was a people pleaser. I want appreciation. I want gratitude. It's an ego projection that I want people to love me and appreciate me because I don't love myself. It's because I don't appreciate myself. Way, way back. And I don't even think, and I don't even believe that I deserve it. So imagine this. I was trying to please other people. I was begging for love and appreciation and attention. And I don't even believe that I deserve it. Meaning, if people give me appreciation, I reject all of it. I don't even know how to receive love because I don't love myself. I don't know how to receive gratitude and appreciation because I don't appreciate myself. That's the problem. And all these things happen because I don't love myself. Always remember that the best love story is when you fall in love with yourself. That's the best love story ever. So instead of getting external validations from other people, which will eventually fall apart, instead of begging for attention and love and appreciation, you start within. Because as within, so without. The life that you want will not come to you, will come from you. The experiences that you want will not come to you. It will come from you. So if you want love, if you want to experience love, give it to yourself. If you want abundance in life, give it to yourself. If you want wealth, give it to yourself. Great things will happen when you start loving yourself. And this happens with a lot of businessmen. So it's like they started their own business to provide for their family. Nothing wrong with that. We all want that. We want to give our families the life that they deserve, the life that they've been dreaming of. We want to give our families the best because we love them. So, okay, that's a good reason to work. So here's the problem. When businessmen, entrepreneurs, they start earning money in pursuit of trying to please people, or maybe in pursuit of doing something good, doing something great, they give everything to other people. Hindi nila namamalaya, nakakalimutan nila yung sarili nila. And then they will ask questions like, why is this happening to me? How do I create strategies that will help me earn money, that will help me become profitable, that will help me earn more? so that I can give more. But the reality is, para masustain mo yung income mo, para dumami yung income mo, kailangan mong unahin yung sarili mo. If you're a businessman, you are a money-making machine. And maybe you are skilled. Maybe you are a great entrepreneur. If that's the case, you are a sports car. Maybe you are a hypercar. But the hypercar runs on premium fuel. And the fuel is money. The fuel is appreciation. The fuel is love. So you have to feed the machine love, appreciation, money para bumilis yung takbo. Ang mahirap, if you deprive yourself at tinipid mo yung sarili mo, hindi na aandar yung machine. Hindi aandar yung sports car. Pag hindi umandar yung sports car, damay yung pamilya mo. Damay yung buong negosyo mo. Damay yung team mo. In pursuit of giving the life that your family deserves, lalo kang hindi nakatulong kasi hindi mo tinulungan yung sarili mo. If you wanna be selfless, you have to be selfish first. That means loving yourself. Number 5, no one is coming to save you. Now, of course, there are people who wants to help us. Of course, there are people who wants to support us. Obviously. Of course, we have God. But the reality is, if we are always waiting for someone to save us, there's a huge chance that we will be disappointed and frustrated. Yes, let's acknowledge it. But don't wait. There's a famous story, no? Merong baha. Bumabaha na siya. So, nasa tuhod na. So, si Pedro, nag-pray siya. Sabi niya, Lord, tulungan mo ako. Kailangan ko po ng tulong. Sobrang naniniwala po ako sa inyo. And Pedro was really kind, really loving. Pedro has faith. You know, he believes in God. He believes that God will save him. So, ito nangyari. Yung baha nasa bewang na. Lumilikas na yung mga tao, umaalis na lahat ng tao, may dumaang tanod. Sabi ng mga barangay sa kanya, Pedro, sumama ka na sa amin. Lulubog na yung buong bayan, sumama ka na sa amin. Sabi ni Pedro, no. God will save me. God will help me. Sobra yung belief niya, sobra yung paniniwala niya. Dumating sa point na nasa leeg na. Yung baha. So umakyat na siya ng bahay. Nasa bubong na ngayon siya ng bahay. Habang nasa bubong siya, tumataas ulit yung baha. May dumaang bangka. Sabi ngayon nung nasa bangka, Pedro, sumama ka na sa amin. Wala na, lubog na yung buong bayan. Pag umakyat pa yung baha, wala na magliligtas sa'yo. Ang sagot ni Pedro, no. God will help me. God will save me. Sobra yung belief niya, sobra yung faith niya. Nagpray pa siya, sabi niya, Lord, tulungan mo ako. Umaakit na ulit yung tubig. Nakatayo na si Pedro sa bubong. Nasa tuhod na, nasa bewang na, malapit na sa leeg. Nagsisikip na yung dibdib niya. May dumating na helicopter. Yung helicopter, naka-megaphone pa, Pedro, sumama ka na sa amin. Wala na, lulubog na yung buong bahay. Lulubog na yung buong bayan, lubog na yung bahay mo. Sabi niya, no. God will save me. God will help me. Tumaas na yung baha, namatay si Pedro. And then pagdating niya sa langit, of course, sa langit mapupunta si Pedro kasi grabe yung faith niya, di ba? Tinanong niya si God, Lord, mabait po akong anak, mabait po akong hinirang. Ginawa ko pong lahat, nagpe-pray po ako, naging mabait ako sa kapwa, sa pamilya ko. Pero nung bumabaha po, kailangan ko po ng tulong. Bakit hinayaan niyo po akong mamatay? Ano sabi ni Lord sa kanya? Pedro, nagpadala ako ng tanod sa bahay mo, hindi ka sumama. Nung mataas na yung tubig, nagpadala ako ng bangka. Hindi ka sumakay. Nung sobrang taas na ng tubig, nagpadala ako ng helicopter, hindi ka pa rin sumakay. So I sent people to help you and save you, pero ikaw yung hindi sumama. So what's the lesson? If you need money, hindi ka pa dadalhan ni Lord. Ano yung expect mo? Bababa si Lord? Kakatok sa bahay mo? Parang Shopee delivery, may dalang pera? If you're asking for skills, sa tingin mo bababa si Lord, babasbasan ka ng galing? If you are asking and praying for money, God will bless you with opportunities. Opportunities that you have to grab. Magtitake ka pa rin ng action. If you ask God for skills, God will give you opportunities to learn and grow. Maybe a video, maybe a mentor will come to your life. If you are asking God for love, He will give you opportunities to love yourself first. So you can love other people. So you would learn how to receive love. Bottom line, this mental framework right here, that no one is going to save you, means that you have to take accountability of your actions and decisions. Yes, people will help, but still, you have to learn how to swim. Still, you have to take action. Still, you have to be willing to save yourself. Minsan kasi kahit pinipilit ka na ng ibang tao, sinasagip ka na ng ibang tao, ayaw mo pang sumama. So don't wait. Help yourself. Take accountability. And love yourself. So if you like this video, and I'm sure that you do, kung umabot ka sa point na to, malamang nagustuhan mo yung video, I strongly recommend that you send this to the people that you love. You send this video to the people na sa tingin mo matutulungan ng video na to. But if you love videos like this, I'm pretty sure that you will love Success Blueprint. Because Success Blueprint will give you clarity with what you want, who you have to become, and why. A clear structure and a blueprint for you to become successful in life. That you will win and you will learn how to get things done. Success Blueprint will also give you a lot of mental shifts, psychological shifts that you need to create the results that you want. Success Blueprint will provide you with tools and frameworks for you to change your beliefs and mindset. And more importantly, in Success Blueprint, you will learn how to love yourself. Because we have an extremely compassionate and loving community which will make your success more sustainable. And unlike other courses out there, we have a support team and we have mastermind sessions. Which means that every month, you get to be part of this mastermind community and a coaching opportunity with me. So if you have questions around the course, you can ask in the community or you can ask in mastermind sessions. And if you will see discount codes in the description and in the comment section, you are very lucky because that means you will still get massive discounts. And I am extending a bonus right now. Everyone who will purchase the course will get a free official workbook worth 2,500. So ito yon. So that would be this right here, the Success Blueprint official workbook. Ayan guys, kompleto yan. We have a 3 folds right here. Ayan. Kita yan sa top view. And we have here something you can write on around your own blueprint. A powerful exercise. And of course, this work pad right here, you will get that for free. So you either click the link in the comment section, description, or you comment blueprint right now so our team can assist you. So here's the idea, guys. You are watching 5 mindset shifts because you know yourself that you have to make a change, right? And I want you to answer this question right now in your mind. If you will put a peso value to your goals and dreams this year, magkano yung goals mo? What's the peso value? 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 1 billion? And if you will put a peso value to all your problems right now, the problems that are holding you back from achieving your goals, what's the peso value? Imagine losing opportunities to earn. Imagine procrastination, being really emotional, being angry all the time, having a lot of regrets. That can be priceless, right? Because that's holding you back. Put a number value to it. 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. Kahit 100,000 lang yung value niyan sa'yo eh. That's still value. And the bigger question here is how much are you willing to pay to solve your problems, to break the patterns that are holding you back, and to achieve all your goals. Malamang million yan. But here's the idea. Regardless of how much you pay, you will not solve your problems if you are not willing to take massive action. So what you need is not millions of money. What you need is a success blueprint, which is really affordable. 30 minutes to 60 minutes per day of focused learning using the workbook given to you and taking massive action. That's it. That's all you need to solve your problems and achieve your goals. This is not a magic trick. This is not a magic pill. I'm here to tell you that you have to have a blueprint, you have to study it, we have to build it together, and you have to take massive action. That's the reality. Hindi siya biglaan. Pero ilang taon na ba nating dala-dala yung problema? And yes, it's costing us not just money, but it's costing us our life. So if you finally want to make a change this year, enroll now in Success Blueprint. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the video, and always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.